Hi everyone and welcome back on Adobe Live. We are live streaming from Paris and now our special guest is James Curran, a motion designer. Hey James.
Hello.
Hello. So this is day 3, but I know that some of you are joining this live stream. So James is a motion designer working in After Effects and he creates animated GIFs or animated GIFs. You know what we should do? Maybe James should start by showing your creations, okay? If you don't mind.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
If you want to show my screen, I've got a video I can put on, the one that I used.
Oh yeah?
Do you remember that
one?
Oh
yeah, we remember
that
this
montage.
One.
So I can.
Okay, can you play it?
I'll play that if you share my screen.
Yeah, your screen is shared now. So yeah, it's an overview of James' art.
Yeah, these are all my
GIFs
GIFs that I do. Most of them are done for fun. I do GIFs for brands as well. It's kind of my job. But a lot of these are just done for fun. Some of them are part of larger projects where I go to a city for a month and make a GIF every day about what I'm doing. I did one in New York and one in LA.
Nice.
This one here is for Tumblr. But I also do a lot of longer projects, kind of like 30 seconds, minute, 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Which are kind of made in a different way. Usually kind of I'm more of a director on those projects and I work with teams of other animators. But for the GIFs, I pretty much do everything myself. And that's kind of what I'm going to show today. Just go through my process, which I've been doing for the last 2 days.
Oh, actually, sorry, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
But just on YouTube. Okay, but we're still live on YouTube, okay? It's just for our friends on YouTube Live. Let me fix that now. Okay, it's easy to fix. Sorry for this. So maybe
now.
you can explain what we are doing.
Yeah, well, on the first day, we made this GIF, which is of a little After Effects character that I made on the first day, and he's kind of climbing stairs made of After Effects layers within the timeline. And then yesterday, I started a new animation with him doing something else where he was swinging from keyframes, kind of like he's swinging through a jungle. Didn't manage to finish that because I spent a lot of time doing things which shouldn't have taken that long. And actually after it, because the main thing that took a long time was animating his body turning in 3D. And then right after the stream, I thought I'd have another go at doing it, and I managed to do it in about 5 minutes with about a lot less keyframes than I was doing in the stream. So
cool.
I'll show you that first, just to show you an easy way of making something turn. It's kind of what I was doing before, but I put it into a pre-comp here just to kind of separate it out, and you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, nice.
The main...
And people in the chat, maybe you can tell us also where you're from. We showed the interactive map, like yesterday. It's kind of cool.
I saw Dan's earlier. That was
interesting.
All over the world.
Yeah, except the West Coast in the US.
They weren't quite awake yet. Yeah,
I
thought that about here. It's a bit too early for him. But maybe mine's got a few more.
You see, we have some people from LA. Oh, you were in LA?
Yeah, I was there for 2 months. Yeah. So the main layer here that's controlling the 3D effects really is the back layer, which is just a shape layer that moves from either side as the top layer, which is his body, just scales from almost 100% down to 0 and then back again, and as it flips, it moves to either side.
Yeah, look at this map
of the 3D layer.
A lot of people from the US.
I don't know what the red dots mean. I feel like
I think maybe it's a high density of population.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I mean, yeah.
Well, there's more than one person for each
Yeah,
dot.
I guess so. Although it's weird. I mean, we have someone from Japan. I think it's the first.
Who's in Japan?
I think it's the first. Who is from Japan in the chat? Please let us know. If possible in English, because otherwise we won't be able to understand.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on your screen. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, here's the guy turning in 3D. It's pretty simple. A lot less keyframes than I was doing yesterday, where I was kind of making a mess of it, but that's the reason why I don't usually like to work this late. But I got through it. And also, I spent a bit of time just cleaning up his arms, which I was almost done with yesterday, but I thought I'll finish that because it's quite a time-consuming process, and I don't want to waste too much time today doing that again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of the same process that I was doing on the first day with the legs of the walk cycle climbing the stairs. So before I find out how I did that, You can watch that again. But really, it's just frame by frame animating the path of the arm as it moves. But yeah, I mean the animation's working a lot better than it was yesterday now.
And yeah, if you want to watch the replay of this, it was on day 2. It's already in the replays tab, and it's funny because I remember when you started yesterday, you were like just slightly, tilting the body.
Yeah.
And you say, I guess I need to full rotation.
Yeah, it's just the thing. I didn't really know what I need to do until I was doing it. But you can see to reach the keyframe in front of him, he has to really turn his whole body to make it. Otherwise, his arm would be too long. So I kind of had to figure out a way of fixing it. And that is kind of part of my process anyway, kind of fixing problems as they kind of come up, because I don't really plan things that much for GIFs. And sometimes things do take a lot longer than you expect them to.
Yeah.
So the next thing to add is just his legs, which are missing at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do one at a time. I'll start by just positioning it so as he turns his body, the leg moves. Kind of to match either side.
And so if you have questions, of course, feel free to use the chat. So Angelo is asking, what program is this? So this is After Effects. If you don't know what After Effects is, or if you want to try it, it's part of the Creative Cloud. So we'll just add a link in the chat for you. Creative Cloud. If Nightbot is awake, because sometimes it's very sleepy. But there is a button on Adobe Live at the button, Download Creative Cloud. Just click on the button and you will be able to download After Effects and try it and create this kind of animation. After Effects is used so for what we call motion design, so flat design animation, 2D animations, also 3D, and you are also a 3D designer.
Yeah, I use Maya for 3D stuff, but and also After Effects is used for adding effects to video. I mean, that's kind of how I first started using it, really.
It's like an explosion if you want to, just also add some 3D text on top of a video. I call it the Photoshop with the timeline, because you have layers.
That's kind of how it started, but I think now it's a lot more than that.
And now it's more than that, too.
People use it for different things depending on what they're into.
And the liquids are back. They're always asking, where are the waves? Where are the waves?
I mean, I've got a few things I've got a few things I want to do first. I want to get his animation done first, and then I want to maybe add some friends with him, swinging behind him. But I'll try and do some. But I mean, this animation doesn't really have much opportunity to do them. I want to get this finished, so we need to get a finished animation for the flipbook.
And Christian says, complimenti from Italy. Welcome, Esther. We have Cliff from Atlanta. And Kemia is very excited to finally catch us live, because he only watched the replay. He was always late.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm live. And we have the Japanese guy. Thank you for being with us. We were wondering because there was only one dot. Unfortunately, we won't be able to pronounce your name.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
but we're very happy to have someone with Japan. Let me take a screenshot. I think it's the first. So thanks for being with us. Did you just create that 3D look with Cinema 4D? Good question, Cesar. And
no, as I just told people,
it was
just done with shape layers. It's just a fake 3D effect.
Adam is asking, will the final output be vector or raster? So from After Effects, no choice.
Yeah, you can't export vector from After Effects.
Yeah, you output a video, and actually Jem's workflow is that he will output a video. We will have time today, I guess.
Yeah.
He will output a video and then open it in Photoshop to create an animated GIF that you can share on Twitter, I mean, wherever you want. That guy have amazing animations. Yes, Alex is one of the best. So we're happy to have him live with us on AdobeLive.com. And James is from London, by the way.
Yep.
So yeah, I have a special background for you. Where is it?
I know, I saw Dan's earlier. It's reminded me of home.
Okay, let me put it back. Here we go. Still foggy.
Yeah, always is.
Still foggy. But we're live from Paris today, man.
It's not much better here. It's pretty wet at the minute outside. I guess you haven't been outside for a few hours.
How is it? It's bad, no?
It's wet. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not. It's
yeah.
not too bad, but it's not as bad as London.
Okay, so James, can you teach me how to make a 3D car? James, can you teach me how to make a 3D car movement? Well, analyze.
Not
the car.
right now. I mean, I did. I mean,
You did
you've
some.
got, you've got,
Do you have your traffic jam one?
yeah,
It
but
sounds
the
so cool.
the cars are 3D. I built them in 3D in Maya.
Ah,
so
you
that's
You
why.
use Maya.
Yeah,
That's
so
why it looks so cool. So maybe
it's like these are 3D models. I mean, you couldn't really do vehicles turning in that way that easily in
Oh,
After
yeah.
Effects. You could do it, but it'd just be a long process. But
yeah, when we have a
Um,
complex object like this, I guess it's
yeah.
better to start with 3D. You can, if you don't know Maya, maybe it's easier to learn Cinema 4D these days. It's because you are trained on Maya. So
yeah,
which
that's
is
why I use it. But it's really
very
too
complex.
complex for
Very
what I
complex.
use it for. But I mean, yeah, it's quite easy to learn 3D modeling now, I think, and you can build a model like that quite simply. It's not much different to.
So there is a
shapes.
question by Angelo. Actually, I don't know the answer. Is it possible to get more than 60 FPS through After Effects? I guess
I
it
don't know.
is, but then who will be able to play the video? You know, especially if you share it for the web, for instance. Let's say
Mhm.
YouTube, it's 60 FPS max. That's the max you will get on YouTube and Vimeo. So have you ever? Is there a projector? Maybe in movie theater they go to up to 100 FPS. Maybe I'm not even sure.
Yeah, didn't Peter Jackson use that for the
Yeah,
Hobbit?
The
That
Hobbit.
was like,
It was weird.
yeah, it felt weird. It was too real.
Yeah, too real. It's funny because it was too real, but then it looked fake.
Yeah, that's the
So-
thing, because it shows up too much for some reason. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I guess it was very confusing
It's
for
like
our
a TV
brains.
show.
Yeah.
A really expensive
Oh,
TV
we have
show.
someone from Nairobi, Kenya. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Can you export as code? So Adam Cohen, it's a very good question. Actually, what you can do, and I saw some extensions because you can script on top of After Effects, and I remember seeing a script of someone who would export to SVG animations, or maybe CSS animations. So in this case, it would generate some code because you need a JavaScript framework to animate everything, such as snap.js. But this is not the main purpose of After Effects. So you modeled the car on Maya, good question, and then imported it in After Effects and did all the animation there. That's what
Mhm.
happened?
Yeah, it's just one model that I kind of colored differently in Maya, rendered them all out separately, and then each individual car there is a separate image
Oh.
sequence from Maya.
Oh, it's an
So
image
it's a
sequence.
PNG sequence with
Oh,
a transparent
I see.
background, and then I use After Effects
So-
to layer them all up.
So the moving cars,
Yeah,
you move them in Maya,
yeah, and just render them all
and you
with
export
a
the
similar
image.
camera,
I see.
and then yeah.
So cool.
So the floor is After Effects. That's the only thing really. The road.
Michael Damanin says these Adobe Live tutorials have really made my week. Happy to hear. Yeah, it's a first time we're streaming on AdobeLive.com. We hope you like the experience. And we still have more people joining. That's cool.
How many?
Sir,
are-
how can I learn it? I think just try to
How you learn
learn
After Effects.
Cinema 4D. It's about the car movement.
Mhm.
And there are tons of tutorials about how to start with Cinema 4D.
Yeah, I know this. Grayscale Gorilla, I think is good for Cinema 4D. Apparently, I've never
Yeah.
used it, but I know that that's always recommended by people.
So Adam Cohen wants to export animations to the browser. So there is a better tool for this. It's called Adobe Animate CC. Adobe Animate CC. Animate CC. It's part of Creative Cloud, and how can I say that? It's more or less the same paradigm. You have a timeline, you have keyframes, you can animate vectors actually, and export to HTML5 using the Canvas technology, using WebGL, SVG animations, your choice, or Flash. Can you walk through what you are doing? So yes, Esther. So if you just joined, actually, the goal of James is to create an animated GIF. So
Yeah.
infinite loop.
Yep, so it's just a looping animation. This one's only 54 frames long at the minute.
Maybe you can show us the animation from day one.
Yeah.
The one you did. So if you check the replays tab, you can watch James creating the same character but climbing stairs.
Yeah. So I did that on day one.
He's very excited.
Yeah, he's happy about walking up these stairs. And yeah, using the same character which I started yesterday. I just want to get him finished. And then maybe.
Good question by GR. GR is asking, is motion graphics or motion design a good career to get into with longevity? Longevity? Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of a weird question. Yeah, I think so.
I think
it's
so.
Still quite a new industry, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's still growing.
And
there's a lot of work if you're any good at it, I think.
And my take on this is that there is more and more need of motion designers. I explain this because if you look at James' animations, especially on his website, he has also some works for customers, which is more to tell a story, or motion designers. Sometimes it can help, to understand some very complex data with animated infographics, or to present products.
Yeah.
And 10 years ago on the web, there were only two solutions. Either you would put a huge block of text to explain, what is the purpose of your website, or you would use a flash animation. But today, adding an animated GIF or a video on a website is not a problem anymore, because we have good connections, YouTube is there. So that's why more and more brands need motion designers to tell a story. So yeah, as you said, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, I think there's a long time.
So Max is alive, okay, which is good news. He's asking, is it really important to learn expressions to do animation in After Effects?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't used any yet. I might use some later today if I get a reason to use it. But no, you don't have to. I think it helps. It kind of depends what kind of animation you want to do. For what I do, you don't really need it, apart from maybe linking some parameters. But you can get quite technical with animation if you want.
So do you know other big names in the motion design community, such as Ivan Abrams? Yeah, so someone was talking about, on YouTube, about MTimographer. He shares a lot of tutorials if you want to start with After Effects. Who else? Mikey. So Mikey, it's spelled like this. He has a YouTube channel also called Cinema Spice, or Mikey on Cinema Spice, and he shared a lot of tutorials if you want to start with After Effects. And then you will find more advanced ones. But today is a great time to learn After Effects. There are so many resources, so many tutorials. Anas is asking, I'm a starter, what should I start making?
Whatever you want, yeah, whatever you like, make that. I quite often animate things, like it's quite fun. I think like Dan does, it's good to make things about like films or whatever you like. So if it's a character you like, you can start by animating them.
Yeah. It's true that with your first project, it's important to have like something that will resonate or you're passionate about, because it will be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you
motivation.
want to work on it more
Yeah.
if it's actually something you like. Like it's
First animation is always tough.
yeah.
Oh, now you have some nice suggestions in the chat, such as make a space shuttle. Yeah,
Make it what?
a space shuttle. Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
It's quite an easy. I'm trying to think. What
Make
do I-
liquids. Yeah, great.
making a character is actually the hardest thing to
Yeah.
do, pretty much in 3D. I don't use it that often for that. I mainly use it to make vehicles and things and solid objects that
Oh, yeah.
have many kind of bending parts. Like I can do character rigging pretty badly, but I prefer to avoid it and just use After Effects.
Okay, so Jamal wants you to talk about a little bit about exporting After Effects video as animated, transparent GIFs, I guess, using Photoshop. So
I never really do transparent GIFs. I think I know how to
let
do
me
it.
think about it.
You just need
Okay,
to.
so when you render, when you add an animation to the render queue,
Yeah.
by default it will render with
Yeah.
lossless quality with RGB. I think that's what it says.
Yeah.
And then you can change it to RVB plus alpha.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that the codec you're using supports it. Which I
Yeah,
think
and there's
is-
just the animation one, I think.
Yeah.
QuickTime animation, and then it supports alpha channel, and then you can use it in Premiere Pro. And I guess you can create a transparent. Actually, let me try. You know what? It's a good question because it's true that we can make a transparent animated GIF.
Yeah.
So it's a good question. So I will try right now.
I don't often really have a use
Live.
for it.
On Adobe Live. Okay. And this is basic, so maybe I will share my screen because it will only take 2 minutes, so you can advance on the. Can move forward on the character. So this is my After Effects. Okay, I'm not that good, so don't judge me. Okay, we create a new composition, a small one. Okay, 400 by 400, 30 FPS. Okay, should be fine. And okay, let's add a layer. Solid, yeah. Maybe just an ellipse like this. Yeah, let's do that. And I will do Alt P, move forward and bring it here, add some easing, and that's it. Okay. Very simple animation. So there is a black background, but don't pay attention to it because this is just the background of your composition. Okay. So it's not a solid layer. I can change it actually.
If you click the checkerboard.
And yeah, good point.
You can see
click here, you can see that it's transparent. Okay. Then when you add it to the render queue, add to render queue, you can choose. You click on here, lossless. Then you have more settings, and by default it says channels RGB. So I will say RGB plus alpha. Okay, to keep the transparency. And I will just render it. There we go. Boom. Of course, I didn't give a name, so it will be hard to find. What's happening? Is it this one? Yeah. And I will open it in Photoshop. So you just drag and drop it in Photoshop because you know you can add videos to Photoshop actually. There is a timeline in Photoshop. Come on, Photoshop. So reading the video format, thank you. There we go. And here you see there is a timeline. Yay, Photoshop. And I can play it. I have my transparent background, so it works. And I will save for the web. So I know the shortcut by heart. Oh, so maybe I could show you. It's export, save for the web, legacy. Legacy means don't use it, but we use it all the time.
It's the same with, yeah.
And then here you say, I want to export a GIF. It's computing. Tick, 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 tick. Okay. And looping option, by default, it's on once. Is it stupid? Yes. So we say forever. And we can save it.
To fix that.
Yeah, I know.
I can fix it. If you do import video to frames, it's different.
Oh, it's true. Good point. And then in my pictures, I should get, yes, a transparent GIF. It wasn't that hard. It's not the most intuitive workflow in the history of motion design, but it works. Why this now legacy? Because to optimize and save assets for the web, you have now a new panel which is smarter actually, because you can from one asset in Photoshop, like an icon that you design, export just in one export, SVG, PNG at different sizes, or JPEG with different compressions. Because now when you work for screens with screen designers, they expect you to export at different sizes, so that's why. So there is a better panel now. What's a GIF or what's a GIF? Yeah, sorry. I don't know what this is, sorry, Aaron Jacob? Or maybe that's a joke, or maybe not. So it's just a sequence of image that you can play in the browser. So if you visit, 9gag.com, for instance, you will discover a lot of animated GIFs.
It's just an animated image format, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Animated,
More
inter-exchange, something like this.
Graphic interchange format or something.
Yeah, something like this. Let me check.
That's why it's GIF and not GIF, you see, because
come on.
it's not graphic.
The author.
Yeah, but he waited too long.
It's true. The graphics interchange format. Yes. By Steel, we're working. Well, created in 1987. So way before the web. Way before. Oh, you have KB Creative says he's a huge fan of your work.
Who's that?
KB Creative, yeah. He's a huge fan. And he's struggling now to have the fake 3D look in After Effects.
I don't know if any
it's
other...
not easy. It's not easy.
I think it's just kind of practice and like just look at things in 3D and see how they move.
Yeah.
And just copy it. And like that's the same with most animation. All you're doing is trying to like copy what would happen in the real world. So it's best to get a reference for what it is you're trying to copy rather than trying to just make it up in your head. Otherwise,
good point.
It might be wrong.
And by the way, we will give away to 2 people in the chat during this stream, not a signed print because it doesn't make any sense, but a flip book. You know, the small books where you do with this animation. And this will be the first time, right? Where
it's the first time I've done one, yeah.
Yeah. So... Oh, did I tell you that I've discovered that the guy who is...
was French, yeah?
Yeah, he's French, yeah. So, but he lives in Berlin. So we can trust him, you know, because he's in Germany.
Is there only one company that does it, or is it? I guess there's.
I think I just found one. Please review my little. Okay. Oh yeah, good point.
Doing that as well. Yeah.
Good point. So if you want to share your animations with James so he can review them, it's very easy. Share them on Twitter and add the hashtag Adobe Live. Okay, share your art on Twitter, adding the hashtag Adobe Live, and we will check some of your animations in about 10 minutes, and James will give you some feedback. Parlez-vous en français? Oui. Thank you, Nick. Thanks for joining. And yes, Nightbot is being very mean today. Again. GIF like giraffe. Yes, thank you, Carol. Okay, so Prashant is asking, and thanks for joining, Prashant. How do you manage your keyframes? I mean, don't you get confused when there are so many keyframes? Or you still have your plan in mind? Because you are the architect of this.
Yeah, I mean... If you've made the keyframes, then you know where they are. So
yeah.
It's confusing if you get given a project from somebody else to figure out what the keyframes are, because just looking at the keys, the actual icons for the keyframes doesn't really tell you much about them. You kind of have to go into the graph to actually see.
And does it happen sometimes? Do you work with animation sometimes that you receive from other designers, or not that much?
Well, when I work on projects with other animators that they've animated, sometimes I'll do a little bit afterwards, and we'll kind of go back and forth and do things. So it happens then. But I mean, usually they're really good animators, so it'll be quite easy to know what they've done. So yeah, I mean, I guess it can be hard, but I'm not really sure what the solution is. Just practice more, like most things.
Let me broadcast a poll for our friends. So what did we ask yesterday? We want to know more about you, so we will ask you on adobelive.com a question. We'll ask you, do you use a lot of shortcuts in your CC apps? That's a good one. Because you were telling us that you don't use so many shortcuts.
No, well, I mean, I think I use more than I think. I just don't realize that I'm doing it.
So we will ask our friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the way it works, so he has a Wacom Interest Pro for the right hand, and on the left hand is just playing with the keyboard. And Carter is asking, do you ever start your characters in Illustrator or do you just throw it into After Effects?
I usually do everything in After Effects unless it's a more complex illustration. But sometimes, or if I'm doing something that's for print as well, because you can't really export things from After Effects for print that easily.
Oh yeah, good point.
People keep asking about the body turn animation, but it's just quite simple. Yesterday I tried doing it. It took me about an hour to do it really badly. And afterwards, I redid the whole thing in about 5 minutes, really easily.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
It's just a simple layer behind that alternates sides as his body scales.
Oh, and there's a good question by Andrew. Have you ever tried to do drawing animations like a flip book, like frame by frame?
I've done frame by frame in Flash. That's kind of that's the first way I started to animate, was doing things frame by frame in Flash. And then
it looks so relaxed. And you're like, hey, look at me.
But I haven't done so much recently. I've tried getting into Photoshop animation. It definitely looks like it could be something I'd enjoy, but it takes so much longer than doing things in After Effects for me that I kind of prefer to do things quickly, even though you can do some nice things.
So Jerry's asking, is the Wacom necessary? I find the mouse more accurate.
No, I mean, I use the trackpad sometimes. Yeah. I used to use a mouse a lot. Just use whatever you think is best for you. Same with software as well. I mean, you use the software how you want to use it, not how somebody else does.
And someone's asking, do you mostly work without motion blur?
Pretty much always, unless it's something in a different style. But in this style, I don't really like motion blur in general, but also making GIFs. The blur will add gradients and more colors, and it'll make it really hard to export them cleanly.
I like how the block is moving.
Yeah, I had a little shake to it when he grabs it. So I mean, he's kind of done now. So I was gonna do a thing where
you want to add more details
to him.
To your animation.
I was gonna add some more characters.
Cool.
Thinking. Well, I was gonna give him some friends behind him, kind of swinging behind him.
Nice.
That was my plan.
So how would you do that? Would you create a pre-composition?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna basically turn this one, I think, into a pre-comp.
Okay.
So I'll just hide the backgrounds, and then I want to I'll put that into a new composition. If you just drag things onto this button here, it'll create a new composition with that one in at the same size. And
so there was a good question by Erfan. He's asking, can you use this animation in a video game, for instance, like an iPad game?
It depends how you make them. Like, I used to work in video games for about 6 years, and they wrote a script for After Effects to export things.
So you were working in After Effects, and I guess they had an in-house.
Yeah, it was like they'd written a game engine that could input
digest
but it exported SVG and XML.
Oh, nice.
And we used that, but it was so it's kind of the same process, but rather than using shape layers and vectors, it had to be using PNG textures for all the assets.
Okay, so we have a lot of questions today. We have Daniel. Thanks for joining, Daniel. Do you ever create smears in your animations in place of motion blur?
Sometimes I do, yeah. If something's moving really quickly.
What is smears? I don't know what it is.
It's like when
like a ghost trail, or when you have several.
It's like deforming the body parts, so it's kind of like a blur. So if a hand moves really quickly, you'll add like a weird kind of shape coming out of the arm.
I see.
It's kind of like an old-fashioned animation technique, which is still really cool.
I think I have some for you. Okay, let me know if these are smears. Okay, I will show you something.
There's a website that has them all on, I think.
Look at, these are smears?
Yeah, exactly, this kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to move your arms at the same time.
Really quickly.
Okay, let me get back to you.
I'm just adding some more layers behind him.
And in 5 minutes we will review some animations that you shared on the Twitter, adding the hashtag Adobe Live. Also, they want to see if you can add some shadows. I mean, or maybe explain how you would add some
Yeah,
shadows.
I can do that.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if these things would necessarily have shadows on them, just because, but I can do it anyway. But the shadows are really easy. I mean, it's just adding an ellipse below the character. There's not really anything more to it.
Oh, okay, just an ellipse, yeah.
But I guess you can
Would
do
make sense.
that's kind of
Wow, look at that.
that's the time when I might
That's a big adventure now. So cool.
yeah, maybe I'll add some shadows below them. See, it's kind of like more like Ninja Warrior now, but they're actually racing each other. Okay, I'll have a look at some shadows.
Oh, Ishan, thanks for joining from Bangladesh. I mean, wow, it must be super late in Bangladesh. Thanks for being with us. Christina is asking, do you use sometimes the graph editor scripts? Maybe you can explain what this is.
Yeah, I use the graph editor sometimes. I haven't really used it in the last couple of days, but it's kind of because
So this is to control the speed and the acceleration of
yeah,
the
I think, but because I do these kind of movements a lot, I kind of know what keyframes to put in. So I don't actually need to use it that much. But like if you look at the hand movement, and then you select the position, select this to turn it on for the graph, and you can see the movement of it.
So, and Tadavian is asking, did you show how to make these figures in earlier sessions? Yes, so if you check the replays tab on adobelive.com, you will see how he created everything in this character. The bigger character, it looks like he's working on the floor.
Does he? It's probably because the
oh
yeah. Once I add the shadows, that's probably going to help that actually.
Good point.
But yeah, this is the graph editor. You can see that it shows the movement. This is, I guess, X and Y. So red is X, which is the horizontal movement, and the higher the curve, the higher the value. So you can kind of see if it's a smooth movement or not. So it kind of is. Then this little bit here on the green line is Y. On the hand, that's when it bounces, when it grabs the little keyframe. So it just kind of visualizes in a graph how things move, and you can adjust this yourself with the keyframes to change things. But I don't want to do that because I've already animated it. Maybe I'll stick a shadow in.
Okay, so we have a question for both of us from Ilyas Bentaleb. I don't know where you're from, Ilyas. Maybe you can let us know. What do you think about getting to be an international designer as an autodidact? Because I'm looking to be one. So autodidact is a self-taught, when you teach yourself how to use the tools and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, did you go to a design school?
I went to university for animation, but
Okay.
I didn't actually really learn software there at all.
But more the basics of animation.
Kind of. It's more just like it was.
Where was it? Was it in London?
No, it was in Bradford. It was like it has a really good. We used to have a really good animation festival there, so I used to go to talks and things by people from Pixar and a lot of the good animation studios in London, and that kind of really got me into wanting to be an animator. But I actually taught myself mostly kind of reading books about like animation principles, and then just playing around with software for years, really.
Okay, so as you're working, I will start checking if our friends have shared a project on Twitter, and I will let you know when I'm ready to review some with you. Okay.
Hopefully it looks less like he's walking now because he's got a shadow, but the shadow needs some movement. It's too static.
Yeah, good point.
I'm just trying. If his body's not
Oh, Elias, you're from Algeria. Okay, good. Yeah, so I mean, teaching yourself, I mean, I know a lot of motion designers who never went to design school. A lot. Is Adobe Fuse similar to Cinema 4D? No. Adobe Fuse, I don't know if you know Fuse, by the way, James. Fuse is a technology called Mixamo that we acquired. And you can choose 3D models that are already rigged, mainly 3D characters, in a huge library. And you can take them and put them in the Photoshop timeline and turn around, change the light and stuff. When Cinema 4D, you can also import models, of course, but you can also like create models from scratch, which is more the point. And thanks for sharing. You are sharing a lot of animations. I don't know if I will be able to show them all. I'm just making a selection here. And we received some good animations for the Max contest also.
Yeah.
So there's a contest which is still going on for a few hours. If you want to create an animation based on the theme Max, so it could be something about Adobe Max, which is the creativity conference, which will take place in San Diego within 2 weeks actually. And we'll be live on adobelive.com, so please be back in 2 weeks. Or it could be Mad Max. I mean, just if Max inspires you, just share an animation or illustration, and you can get a chance to win Creative Cloud 1 year subscription. Okay, James, you want to review some?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so we have Ashore actually who followed your day one session.
Well, he made the same thing.
Yeah, he made the same.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. It's not bad.
Yeah.
The legs are a little bit jumpy.
The only bit that stands out is the legs, really. Just it kind of pops a bit between a few of the frames, so it has to go through frame by frame and just clean it up so that if the leg jumps too much from one frame to the next, like just reduce the amount that it moves.
It's very good.
But, I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, good job. We have a tutorial who did this. Oh, that's professional work.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
Very pro.
Lots of little
Very nice.
swishy things.
Good job, tutorial. Maybe you can let us know in the chat where you're from. And this is another one by tutorial. Very nice. Ooh. Boom. Ashore, I think, animated here a Facebook live icon or a Facebook icon. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good start. It's good. And what's happening here? Oh. Okay, nice. Good job, Curtis. I mean, it's nice. Huh?
Yeah.
There is a finger missing.
Yeah. Like at the end when it spins around is good. So it'd be good when he picks the stick up and down. There'd be a bit more 3D movement.
Oh.
It's right.
Yeah. Good point.
You've obviously rigged it for that already, so you might as well use it more.
Yeah. Good point.
Someone was saying
what's
about
happening here? It's a crazy Rasta
trampoline.
Rasta doll. It looks like puppet.
It's good. Yeah.
Good energy. Here. Oh, this is for Halloween, I guess.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An Angry
cool.
Sam Paul Jorn. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. Maybe, yeah.
What would you add, to improve this?
One thing I'd say that everything's moving at the same time, like it's all very in sync.
You would
kind of
create
like it's a robot.
something in sync.
Like with the tail, especially, you could add more movement to that and have it a little bit out of sync, and the ears as well. They just move forward and back at the same speed as the legs. So it's kind of, but maybe they want it to be like a robot dog. I don't know, but it's really good.
We have a chicken cut in half here. Where is it here? You need some sound design here.
There's some blood, I think, as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to. You skipped mine. Yeah, sorry, but there are so many. Look, there is Ronaldo. Ooh. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. You discover the universe of the. It's a good look.
That's really good.
I like it. And Roberto Romero, he was with us. Hola, Roberto. Oh, this is like a show wheel.
Yeah.
Very nice. Boo.
Cool.
Yeah, we have some good people in the chat. Okay, so let's look at your animation. So now you have.
Yeah, I added the
characters.
shadow.
Oh yeah, nice.
So I think that helps. It doesn't look as much like he's running on the floor. I guess his feet kind of touch. I might change his feet though, so they don't flatten out so much.
Okay, Walid Bouzama, sorry I missed you. Okay, let me show. Because now they feel so depressed when I miss.
Yeah.
Where are you?
There are a lot of them though. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, but you shared so many animations, guys. Okay, Walid, I found you. Okay, I'm just gonna show Walid, otherwise he won't be happy. Walid, what did you do? What? Come on. Need critics, please. I mean, someone is pooing.
I think it's good. The one thing I'd say is the poo is moving away faster than he's walking.
Way too fast.
But maybe it's
the poo doesn't have
maybe
legs.
The poo's got, maybe it's got legs and it's running away. I don't know. Otherwise, it's definitely very creative. But it's good to be unique, and it definitely is.
Oh, this is unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay, continue sharing your art on Twitter using the Adobe Live hashtag. That was good.
I'm going to put the background back in.
Daniel Pulpo, okay, I will try to check them later, or maybe share it again, okay? There will be other rounds of animations. And we have a lot of people today, so it's... sorry if I missed some animations. Okay,
So
yeah.
I think because
there
shouldn't be more than one After Effects character, so maybe change the other two to different icons.
Oh yeah, that
might
would
make
be cool.
it.
Can you make Premiere? Like all the video apps, it would be nice. Like Premiere and Audition, I know the team would be very happy.
What are the video apps then? I don't know if I have. I don't think I even have Premiere installed.
Do you have your Creative Cloud desktop app? Here? Yeah, I am, but you're not connected.
I'm not on the internet.
You want me to show you? I can display it here so you can see the colors and stuff. Okay, so this is Premiere.
It's kind of the same color though.
Yeah.
I want it to do different colors.
Okay, and can you do Audition? That would be nice.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever used Audition. I feel like I should do apps that I use. Like,
come on. Because you don't do sound design, that's why. And Media Encoder.
I was going to do
also the same.
Photoshop and Illustrator. I feel like because people.
Yeah, okay, good idea. Yeah, at least you will have 3 different colors.
Yeah.
And it's true that with After Effects you work with Photoshop and Illustrator anyway.
And the last 2 days, people have been using those. Well, does anyone use Photoshop yet, or has it just been Illustrator and Draw?
Actually, I will ask them. Okay, so if you're on Adobe Live, I will broadcast another poll asking you what is the app you use most of the time. Okay, so where is the... Okay. Okay, so we'll put it on adobelive.com. Sound booth. Oh my god, I forgot about it. Okay, let's see who we have. And we have a lot of people answering the polls today, so it's very, very nice. We got some good data. Actually, we asked how many male, female, we have in the chat. It was 50-50. So
that's good.
yeah, it was very good. Okay, so someone noticed that the graph for the foot movement is super smooth, regardless of having so many keyframes. So, is it normal, or is there?
I think it's just because I went frame by frame doing it.
Yeah, because you added a lot of keyframes.
Yeah, and also if you you can kind of see the movement of it just by the motion. Well, actually, it's not that smooth, but I don't know. Maybe that's not the best example. Or maybe the hand. Yeah, I don't know. It's just you can kind of see the motion of the hand here. It's got a smooth movement, which you do by kind of using the pen tool on the keyframes to convert them. And if it has a smooth movement in that way, then the graph usually is going to be smooth as well.
Okay, so let's broadcast the results. What do we have today? We have, again, 45% use Illustrator every day, most of the time, then Photoshop. And 17% other, so I guess it's After Effects. Yeah. Cool.
Interesting.
But people who receive the Creative Cloud desktop notifications are Illustrator users.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, I thought most people watching this would be. Maybe that's what I should do.
Yeah, good idea. Someone wants to make a poster of this GIF. You know, why not?
Well, it's kind of hard to do that, but
yeah.
It's not a bad idea. So,
So Carter, actually for the mnemonics, so the icons of our products, this is Myriad Pro. This is not Adobe Clean, surprisingly. Adobe Clean is the official corporate font for Adobe for communication.
Myriad Pro is the default font, isn't it? It's like the one.
And this is the one we use for the icons.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally guessed.
Yeah, for sure. Not exactly the same font style, but yeah, we will pass. I guess it's maybe condensed. But anyway, here. Oh, nice. It's much better with a different color.
Yeah, it's weird having more than one.
Much better.
I still don't like the colors of him though.
Christina is asking, could you recommend any good book, maybe? Just to know, but the basic of animations.
Yeah, Animated Survival Kit is the best one, I think.
Okay.
It's just got a lot of good examples of walk cycles and like characters throwing stuff, running, skipping, whatever. And there's always something in there that's kind of relevant to what it is you're animating, I find.
Nice.
It's kind of the only one that I really use. I think there's even an iPad app now which has animated videos showing all the different examples.
I guess you can just study how people move, you know. And
yeah, that's what I was saying on one of the other days, that doing like life drawing and stuff isn't really a bad thing. You get to learn about anatomy, which just takes time, I think. Maybe he's fine as he is.
yeah, Animator Survival Kit. Someone put the name in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, they say it's the very best. That's what they say.
I still use it all the time. Like I pretty much always have it open, just in case I'm doing something. Yeah, I mean,
nice.
It's never good. It's never bad to go back to basics.
It's a book by Richard Williams.
Yeah.
Is it the one? Yeah.
Yep. He was that the animation director on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this movie was such a blast. I remember going to the movie theater, being really amazed. I
think it's still like the best example of
live
action mixed with
with
characters.
Oh, yeah. And it was without the help of computers, right? Was it on top of?
Yeah, I think so. It was just
without computers. No?
I think it was just hand drawn. Yeah, it was just
with transparent layers.
But they did a lot of work on the shading and stuff, which is what makes it look so realistic. the stroke icon's really dark.
Okay, someone is asking, could you quickly explain how did you create 3 of the same pre-compositions but with different colors? You
just how you think, just duplicated it, and I'm just changing the colors within each one.
Yeah.
It's kind of pretty
easy.
Yeah, there's no secret.
And no one asks, this is not a 3D shape, it's just basic shapes moving, stretching. No 3D in this one.
It's actually really easy. Just don't judge me on yesterday's tutorial, because I spent a long time doing it.
Yeah, if you watch the day 2 stream, so the stream from yesterday with James, you will see how he created this from scratch. It's not that easy, actually.
I mean, it's always easy to go back to things after you've done them once.
Course,
you know how to do it the quick way, but
to get the...
I mean, I'm sure I probably have done a very similar animation before, and I just forgot how.
Oh god, it looks good. Wow. It's crazy how just changing the colors now it's...
Yeah, it makes it different. Yeah, adding more colour. That's why even on the other one I did multicoloured steps. I think adding more colours always makes things kind of more interesting to look at, especially if it's a repeating animation.
Yeah, good point.
Although you don't want to add too many colours, because then it's going to be hard to export it as a GIF.
So Jean Lamy is asking, at what age did you start animating?
I guess I was about 17 or 18 when I first started using Flash, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably the start. So it's a long time ago now. But yeah, I didn't really start doing it professionally until, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago.
And within 2 minutes we will give away a flip book, a signed flip book of this animation to someone in the chat, so stay with us. I see more and more people joining. Thanks for joining.
I'm going to make his body a bit lighter.
And Pierre is asking if you use a 3D software for reference when creating shapes like this. No, if you watch a replay from yesterday, Pierre, you will see that no reference, just...
Yeah, I don't really use 3D for references that much. I'll use it just to render things to use. It doesn't. If you're gonna make a reference, then why not just use that? And you've kind of just got I could have done this really quickly in 3D, like faster than it took me yesterday. But I didn't really think about that beforehand. I'm trying to do everything in After Effects here if I can do. I think it's good to learn everything in one place.
Okay, so let's do the giveaway for the flipbook. Okay, let me refresh Nightbot because sometimes he gets sleepy, so I need to, wake him up. Okay, Nightbot is there. Thank you, Nightbot. So to get a chance to win a signed flipbook by James, and really this is very exclusive, it will be your first. You need to type a specific keyword in the chat. Do you have any idea what we could ask our friends?
Does it have to be about
anything?
Well, they just announced a new Nintendo console today. I was wondering if the people knew what it was called. It might be too hard though. I don't know if people are going to know.
Yeah, but someone will find it. They will just. But I don't know, so you will have to type it here.
Okay. I'll think of something else then.
Okay. Oh, you want to try another shortcut?
What,
another key? Another key, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've got to think of something that I use again. I always forget.
I know one.
Okay, you do it then.
So when you select a layer and you want to change and display the keyframes for the opacity, what is the key?
Yeah.
So just type the letter.
I try not to think of one where the letter was the letter of the word. That's a good one.
So you want to change the opacity of... they are answering Nintendo Switch. No. This one doesn't work. Stop it.
What are they doing? Somebody's being trolled. That's what I was talking about.
You were thinking about
the
asking
actual
that
question.
That's funny. So you want to change the opacity. Okay. Now this is coming. Okay. So it's weird, but the opacity is not O, but
Yeah.
T.
I think I was going to
So
say
that's why we
P, but
say
it's too obvious.
opacity to remember. So many T's. And if you want to get more chances to win, make sure that you subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel. So there is a link at the bottom of the UI of the website adobelive.com. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. First, you will receive notifications every time we will start a new live stream and publish a new video. So it might be interesting for you because we plan to do more and more live streams, starting within 2 weeks from Adobe Max in San Diego. And also it will give you 5 times more chances because Nightbot loves the subscribers. So make sure to subscribe, it will give you more chances. Okay, I think we have enough T in the chat.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Yep. So let's pick a winner. Nightbot, please. And the winner is Kemia Frederick. Kemia Frederick, congratulations. You won a flipbook signed by James Curran. And Rufus Dushler, who is in the chat, will ask you to contact him on Twitter. Here you go, Rufus D on Twitter. So Kemia, congratulations, and make sure to keep in touch with Rufus Dushler in the chat on Twitter. Kemia is still typing T. No, it's okay, Kemia, you won. You can stop. That's funny. T. No. Yeah, okay, he got it. You got it, Kemia. Or maybe she, I don't know. Okay, I'm just trying to find the origin of Kemia. So it's the first time I see this. There was just one Kemia in France. It's crazy. Just one in France.
I've never heard of that name before.
So congratulations, Kemia. And make sure to be in touch with Rufus in the chat to exchange informations, and we will ship flipbook.
Just noticed something weird going on.
So to have more and there will be more giveaways. Okay, so we will give away another flipbook. Okay, so just to get 5 more chances to win, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So there is a link, subscribe to our YouTube channel at the bottom. Thanks, Sarah, for answering. Very nice. And Kemia is a she. It's a girl and she lives in the US. Beautiful first name. Thanks for joining. And yeah, if you visit France, you will be not the only Kemia, because there is only one. There's already one, but there will be 2 Kemias. I've just checked the statistics. Okay, we keep getting more and more people, so maybe we should display the map of viewers again. Where is it? That's funny. So James, our friend from Japan, went to bed.
Yeah,
I can tell.
Well, I don't blame him.
Because, yeah.
What time is it there?
Okay, so it's +7, so it maybe 4 a.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 a.m. in Tokyo.
I'm not worth staying up that late for.
But he was with us at the beginning. I mean,
Maybe you watched
it's
the
good.
other ones.
And there's still someone in Bangladesh. Yeah, thanks for being with us still. Africa, look at this map. And we have, is it Hawaii? Maybe you can tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have people in Hawaii. Nice. And people from Europe, In South America, thanks for being with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all over the place. Worldwide stream.
So I'm wondering what to do. Like, I was thinking about doing some water liquid animation because people keep asking for it, but I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to add it into this animation necessarily. So I might leave this one as it is, and this is finished, and then just do some liquid animation just to show people.
I think it's a very good idea. I like it.
But I might start by just rendering this out and converting it to a GIF just to show the people who didn't see it before.
Okay. So this is a Gem's technique to export a GIF. There are other techniques, there are plugins, but this is the one also I recommend.
Yeah. So you render it from. I shall convert it first to a smaller size. Because normally for GIFs, I'll pre-comp that. I usually do GIFs at 540 square. It usually means that the file size is small enough, and I think most platforms like Twitter and Tumblr might have 540 as their maximum width for GIFs. I'm not sure, but either way.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. You don't want to take the risk. I mean, if they recompress the video, you're like,
One thing I always do is make sure that if I have any pre-comps, they're always continuously rasterized, which they aren't at the minute on the characters.
Like, who's the guy? Just Santa Claus, you know, because we just gave away our flipbook. That's why. Rufus was looking for them. He was like, "Oh my God, there's someone in the studio." No, it's fake. It's fake. I have a crazy character also for you. After when you finish that.
Oh really?
Okay, so now what do you do?
Saving it as a QuickTime with just animation codec.
Okay, the default
so it's just
one.
default.
Boom.
Don't change anything. So that means it's uncompressed, so you don't lose any quality with the render.
Oh, it's super fast.
Yeah, I've got quite a fast.
Do you want to tell Kemia again to reach out to me on Twitter?
Yeah, so Kemia, make sure to contact Rufus. Döschler is in the chat on Twitter. Okay? Pay attention, Kemia. Rufus D on Twitter.
Let's import that. Okay. Just imported that. I always use import video frames to layers because then it avoids the issue that Michael had before where it defaults to only playing once. And then once you've got this in the canvas, you just do the same as before. Export, save for web legacy. Which shouldn't ever go away. If it ever goes, I'll be very upset. And yeah, it looks fine.
People would go crazy if we move this panel.
Yeah.
I would go crazy.
So the maximum is 256 colors, which should be enough.
Oh yeah.
I haven't used that many.
So you check once always, like you just check if...
I pretty much usually play through just to see if there are any issues.
Okay.
It's kind of a good habit to get into, I think, because it's going to be the last chance before you put it online. But you can also, if you had any issues with the size of it, like you get an estimate here, it's only going to be 805 kilobytes, so it's well under like the 2 or 3 megabyte limit that all the different platforms have. But if it was too big, you can play around with reducing the colors, which for this would still be fine. But you just start to get kind of messier edges sometimes. But yeah, keep it maximum.
Crappy Skills Productions is asking you a question. Maybe you can start a new business. Can we buy the flip books on your website?
Depends how many you get made.
Kemia's on Twitter.
It's good?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Kemia, for reaching to Rufus on Twitter.
So yeah, there's the final GIF.
Wow, look at that. Oh god. The After Effects team and all the teams, they would be so happy to see that.
But Illustrator's winning though. I'm not sure if I should change the order. I don't know.
I mean, it's not finished. Maybe After Effects will.
The race forever. Yeah, there's never a winner. Everyone's a winner.
Nice.
What was the question you had? Was there a question?
No, you wanted to show how to do the liquids.
Yeah.
Because we don't know why, but for
Everyone wants
3
to
days
know.
we really like this. Like we had people in the chat asking for liquids,
Yeah.
and we are desperate. You know, like why are you talking about? So desperate.
The
like
one
this guy
example
behind us.
everyone keeps.
Yeah, we have someone so desperate. I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's not sure. Why
And
he
he
wants
has
to know
liquids
about
in the back.
liquid.
See, waterfall.
It's kind of like me here. I've got a waterfall behind me, drowning me in liquids.
Yeah, look at that.
But there's quite a lot of different liquid things going on here. I guess the main one people probably want to know about is the filling and the kind of the waves that go by as it's filling up. I did start doing a thing yesterday, but I think I probably deleted the water now. I have to do it again.
Yeah, I think so.
But the way that I do it is kind of a weird way anyway. I mean, you could do it a lot of different ways. I might just do it quickly.
Daniel Popo is asking, should I just render in this case on Media Encoder? Just use the classic render settings, because if you open Media Encoder, then you will have to look for the codec like animation, and so just add it to the render queue. If you want to export an animated GIF, if you want to export directly a video for YouTube, use the Media Encoder. Yes. Actually, you have the YouTube settings. There will be another flipbook giveaway, Dorothy. Don't worry. Maybe you will get it.
So I'm just going to make some waves. I'm going to do it a different way to how I did it yesterday. I'm actually going to...
Okay.
I made some guides just to snap this to. I'm going to repeat this shape forever. You didn't have to use guides. You could do a grid maybe, snap it to the grid. But I just wanted to make sure that these 2 points either side were going to be a set distance apart.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do that. I'm just going to scale it down. And if you do a repeater on that shape, oh, it's got an outline. Don't want the outline.
Oh, yeah, so repeater.
Yeah, and then you want to repeat it.
Nice.
Just the distance of the comp really, so 1080, because the whole thing's that wide.
Ooh.
And then you just got a wave. Only 3 at the minute, but let's just make that like, I don't know, something huge, 20, whatever.
Nice. Shavit D7. No, this is not Premiere Pro. This is After Effects, which is part of Creative Cloud. Someone is asking, is it Premiere Pro? It looks like Premiere Pro because there is a timeline, but that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I haven't used Premiere for a while.
He's using Deluxe Paint 3. Yeah, sir, sure.
What's that? Deluxe Paint 3. Doesn't it actually say on here After Effects? I don't know, can't you see that? I don't know, maybe not. I'm going to have a bottle here, which is like going to be the mask basically for the whole thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going to do it as well as I did in that actual GIF, but I'm just going to show you roughly how to do it. Making my palette.
Oh, and KB Creative is asking, James, do you often save your setups or certain kind of animation so you can go back and reuse them?
Kind of. I sometimes will open old animations to use as a reference for timing and things, but don't really have them as like a library.
You don't copy paste stuff.
Normally the characters are different sizes and things, so it's hard to actually kind of re-import the whole animation. But
I see.
Sometimes you've done something similar before, so you can use that and kind of maybe trace it a little bit, sort of, but it's not that often. Just getting my palette back. Just don't like not having it. Got the bottle at the back, which is going to be the background, and a duplicate of that, which I'm using as a matte for the water surface layer.
Okay.
Which is, I'm going to use an alpha matte, just so the water's only seen in the shape of the bottle.
Okay.
And then if you want that to fill, you have to start it at the bottom. Well, actually what I might do is create a null to control everything, because I'm going to do 2 layers.
So a null is an empty layer.
Yeah, it's like a layer, an empty layer that you use just to parent things to. So it's not like a solid or a shape. It's just a controller.
But if you change the properties, such as the position of the null layer, then all the children will. I'm
going to do another layer of water to kind of make it 3D-ish.
Catterday Forever is asking you, do you have a favorite animator or illustrator?
Catterday Forever is my favorite illustrator.
So nice.
No. I don't know if I've got a favorite one. No, there's a lot that I like.
If you have to name 3, I don't know.
Sarah Bennett, who's on here.
Oh yeah,
she's pretty good. Like she's I've seen her work for a long time. She's always doing good stuff. Who else is in here that I know? I don't know. There's a lot of people. I mean, if you get into following people on Twitter or Dribble or anything, you can find a lot of good work.
Okay, we just check some work on Twitter as you continue your water. Shivam, what did you miss? Nothing, because he's working in the liquids now. He will be happy.
So I'm going to make a null that's going to control the... Oh, that's not a null, that's a shape layer. I'm probably doing this in a very messy way, but...
Yes, Daniel Pulpo, I'm looking for some GIFs to review now. Don't worry. This is coming.
What I might do is add a big rectangle. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I got it done. Yeah, I'm just making a list right now. Oh my god, so many good ones. Wow. We have some very talented motion designers today. Yeah. Okay, one more, because there's so many animations. Sorry if I don't know why there is this media couldn't be played. So weird. Okay, let's try to review these, because I have some. So there is this by Leandro Rivas. I don't know who this is. Oh, he's playing. Actually, there is a ball. You see?
Yeah, it's very fast.
Super fast.
Yeah.
Motion blur.
I mean, the body could do with more movement, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I like what he's trying to do with doing it on a perspective. It's kind of similar to what I did with the New York GIFs.
Oh yeah.
Running on an isometric perspective. That's always hard to do. So trying to do that is always a challenge.
So we have Vanya. Oh.
Yeah.
This man is very unlucky.
You should hold the umbrella above his arm. That's funny.
Okay, we have.
That's good. It's always good to try and tell stories with GIFs. I think he's done.
This one's super cute.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Murtazi. And Starman. Oh, nice. Very cute.
Yeah, I guess it's David Bowie, isn't it?
Yeah. We have Selfish. Oh, looped animations thanks to the nice tutorial. Oh, Sports. And now we have a bird by Aaron. Ooh. I like the intro.
That's cool.
Yeah, animation here is beautiful.
Yeah.
Good job. We have Daniel Pulpo on Instagram with some blocks jumping.
Some legs.
Hello, stranger.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I like it.
like jumpy. Yeah. And today wine. I mean, we had wine.
Yeah, we do some wine.
Old animation. Yeah.
So you can do liquid. It's easy.
Yay! Finally, some liquid. And there is a happy motion. It looks like frame by frame. This one.
Very cool.
Yeah, you see, we have very good motion designers there.
There's a lot of really good people out there.
Yeah.
Much better than me. So yeah, what I've done so far is I'm just raising the water, and while it raises,
Daniel Pulpo is a complete main now. Because you saw his animation. Good job.
so yeah, as the water raises up, the different row, there's a front row and a back row of kind of waves of water, which just kind of show the ripples as it's going up, and that all it is a layer that's masked by the bottle shape that's sliding past, and then as it gets to the top, it's just going to flatten out as it becomes more level.
Oh.
I might just do one layer, I don't know.
I see.
I'll probably slow that down more.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it, but if you do, yeah, I'll do another layer.
Jean is asking, do you have any advice for upcoming animators trying to get into the field?
Just make some animations, do it for fun.
Share them.
And then, start posting it on social media everywhere, Behance, every different platform you can find, and just keep making it, and then
make connections.
Yeah, the more you make, the better you're gonna get, and then the more chance people are gonna hire you, and you get work.
That's what we saw, like on Behance. The more you are active, the more you get views, because you appreciate other works, and then they check your work. So make connections, on Behance, like all social networks. Upload this video after it's done. Yeah, it will be automatically uploaded on adobelive.com. There is a replay button, and also on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. So I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. There is the button at the bottom of the interface, and you will receive a notification when the video is ready, actually. How did you compile the color scheme? You just like these colors, that's it.
Yeah, I just like them, and then put them together. It's not that difficult. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of water. It's pretty simple. I don't know why people are so confused by it.
They're so happy. It's a relief.
But you can see how simple it is. It's just layers sliding past each other. But you can make it a bit more complicated by... I'll do that again. If I just reverse the keyframes on that.
Will we ever see After Effects output for web? Good question, Kirk. I think that today, I mean, you can export animated GIFs or just a video. It's not a problem for the web today. You can put a video on a website, so it's not really a problem. I mean, you are watching now a live video on a website, and there is no problem. So why would you need that? If it's an interactive animation, then you would use Adobe Animate. It's a different product. True HTML5, no. Maybe there are some plugins, Kirk, to export to HTML5, but that's it. Someone wanted to see the liquid particles. Okay, maybe you can just explain. what you use, but maybe you don't have to do it. But
I can show it, but it's not really.
yeah, it's just a
It's just
classic particle plugin, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just kind of playing around with the settings.
Oh, nice.
I'm just adding another layer, but I mean it's not really perfect, but it's fine. That's basically that's the process.
They say thank you for sharing your process. Yeah. Thank you, James.
So yeah, if I do particle effects, you have to do it on a solid, I think. But
I think so.
yeah, I don't know if you have to. Can you do it on shape layers? Maybe. I don't know if articulate.
You use trap code.
Yeah.
Nice. We had Vincent and Guiyang like 1 month ago. We made a live stream with him, and he was showing trap code, but Tau. He was showing Tau.
Right.
For
Yeah.
3D. It was awesome.
I mean, you can get.
So trap code particular is very popular, right?
Yeah, I think it's probably the most popular one.
Yeah. It's not
but you can
free.
do a lot with it. It's like very complex if you want to get into it. But I pretty much use it just for animating circles as particles.
Okay. But how can you make them like super sharp?
Yeah, well, I use shape layers as the particles to do that, because
okay.
otherwise they're not that sharp. So
Yeah.
if I do a new comp and make it a particle, I don't think you can have them that big, 200.
Oh my god, they're still making fun of my accent. Thank you, James. I don't hear the difference between James and James. There is no difference for me. James, I don't know. Well, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
How do you say rain?
Rain.
Yeah, well, that's the same sound that it should be for James.
James.
There, you got it. He's done it.
Oh my god. Rain. James. Okay,
Oh my
now I
God.
got it. Thank you. Now I have a good teacher. Finally. Now I get it. Now you need to teach me for winners.
Yeah. Just think of another word. Yeah, it sounds like the sound you're meant to be making, and then make that sound. I don't know, but I can't speak French, so.
Oh, that's a relief.
So
Now I can say it properly. Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
So yeah, particle, make it a sprite or sprite fill.
Someone says, no, now you're boring.
Go back to saying gems.
Thank you, guys. It's funny.
So yeah, for the particle, I'm using a texture, which is that
A texture?
a comp that I just made. Well, not a texture as in
okay.
within
You
particular.
use it. Okay,
So because I
that's
find
smart.
that it makes it a lot sharper.
I didn't know you could do that with
Yeah. So
trap code. Wow,
if you make
it's
it a
so
sprite,
powerful.
then the layer you choose one of the layers that's in that comp. Use the particle, and then look, all the circles are clean now.
Oh my god. Yeah. Now it works.
And yeah, I'm not really going to get into it properly. How to, because you've just got to kind of change all the parameters.
I know. I mean, it's very complex.
Speed
I mean,
and the size over time and stuff.
So if you don't have trap code, and if this is the first time you want to manipulate particles, there is a free and integrated effect actually in After
Is
Effects,
it Particle Playground, or
like
something?
our CC particle.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
They're all pretty
and
much
you
the
will
same
notice that
thing.
there are a lot of parameters. And then you will understand, because you need to play with the gravity, the explosion the velocity, the time life, or lifetime of the particle. I mean, there's so many parameters.
They're mostly kind of the same, all the different plugins. They kind of have similar parameters. So whichever one you can get hold of.
Okay, you know what we can do? We can give away another flipbook.
Yep.
Of your animation. Let's do that. So if you want to, and I'm sure you will, get a chance to win a flipbook of James animation. Can you show it again so they can enjoy
today?
The one from today. It's very easy. You have to type a keyword in the chat, and also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because it will give you 5 times more chances. So it's worth it. So we need to find a keyword.
What was the thing that everybody wanted me to make for 3 days that I just showed
Oh my
you?
god, I like it. I like it. Okay, that's the keyword. Nightbot is waiting for it. This is not T. No, it doesn't work anymore. No, that's a new one.
Yeah.
They're like T. That's so cool. Behave. Rufus, we have Maite waiting for you.
Yes, I'm just gonna do that raffle and then I'm gonna go down.
Oh yeah, good idea. Here we go, liquid.
I should have been more specific. I think
That's good.
Most people have got the right one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit of confusion.
Good job. Okay, thank you for being so active in the chat. This is when you can tell that there are some people watching. Okay, Nightbot, I need a winner. Please, be nice. I hope he's awake. Yes, so this is GIFs Studios. Oh, it sounds like a professional studio, actually. Yeah? Congratulations, Shang. Rufus Döschler in the chat will ask you to contact him on Twitter. His nickname is Rufus D. Okay, Shang. Congratulations. Sweet. Okay, he got it. So please contact Rufus in the chat.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yes. Rufus D on Twitter. And Shang, maybe you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself. I mean, if you're a motion design studio, maybe, or just a graphic design studio, that would be interesting. And where where do you live? Yeah, could be interesting too.
It's got a Behance portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So how can I get it?
H. Chang Design.
Can you put it in the chat so I can click on it and show it? Olivier Sin, did I miss the whole stream? About gems? Yeah, I can. But there is more. We have Maite Frankie coming in 30 minutes. She's one of the best French illustrator, and she creates one illustration per day, and we will give away signed print of her illustrations. Okay, thanks for sharing the link. So we can check his work. Okay, let me show your friends. Corporate logo design. Yeah, so this is branding, graphic design. Yeah. And in the US, VA, what is it?
Virginia.
Virginia, you think? Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
Oh, good. And by the way, if you don't know what Behance is, that's it. You know, like you can check some projects. If you like it, you appreciate it, and you can follow the artist. So this is how you make connections. So we will invite you, if you are a freelancer or if you want to start in the graphic design industry or motion design industry, just create a portfolio on Behance. It's free, and start making connections. Okay? Great. Oh, what is this guy?
I was just going through some of my GIFs, but I was wondering if anyone had any more
nice.
questions.
Yeah, because we still have 15 minutes with Gems, so
Yeah. So if anyone has
it has
any...
been very nice because he was showing the liquid.
It's your last chance for me to
Last chance,
show you
to
anything.
show something. Haha. What will it be? Okay, let me put a nice background behind us. Something very quiet. Look at that. So
Yeah,
nice.
it's very cool.
James, do you ever use Adobe Animate to make GIFs? So Adobe Animate is the new word for Flash Pro.
I used to use Flash years ago,
Yeah.
but I haven't really used it recently. But you could do.
How did you duplicate the keyframes?
Somebody tried to be smart. Hey, Rufus, Chang Studios here.
No. Rufus is smart, be careful.
How do they duplicate which keyframes? I don't really know what they mean.
Yeah. Duplicate keyframes. So it's more layers, I would say, I guess.
But did they mean actual? I don't know. I mean,
Maybe you can show, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
duplicate something. Also, they want to know which Mac you're using to use After Effects. So this is a MacBook Pro, right?
yeah, MacBook Pro Retina. It's like I think it
2 years ago, maybe not?
No, it's like I got it almost a year ago, but it was like the top spec one at the time.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
So
SSD.
the 2000. Oh, that's the 2015 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
It's pretty good. I think it seems as good as my iMac for doing what I use it for.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem if anything.
You don't feel the difference.
No.
And Automan FX wants you to talk about your background. So maybe if you can recap.
Well, my career background.
Life.
Yeah. I did animation at university and learned kind of basics of animation, mainly Maya at the time, kind of 3D stuff. Did kind of character animation in Maya, and then started getting more into After Effects then. But also worked in video games for 6 years. Kind of still mainly using After Effects, but also Maya and Max for 3D stuff. And then just gradually kind of taught myself, and over that I kind of already had a bit of a style at university where I was doing kind of 3D stuff that looked 2D with like flat shading from Maya, but kind of stopped doing that for a while, but then went back to it. And After Effects I thought was a really good tool to do that. As kind of once shape layers kind of became a thing.
Yeah,
kind of
just one chip layer.
Opened up a lot of
That's
it opened up
A lot of fields, yeah.
a lot of things in After
A
Effects.
lot of doors. So there is a competition between your fans. Ronaldo Serrano says somebody said that 2 days ago that he was your biggest fan. Don't believe it. Him, I am your biggest fan of all time. So Ronaldo Serrano is your biggest fan today. Okay, good to know.
That's good.
Thank you,
Different
Ronaldo.
biggest fan every day.
Someone wants you to talk about the project you did for Disney. Maybe you can share it and just explain what it was the.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really allowed to, but because it's Disney, I don't know. But I mean,
the one which is on your portfolio, I guess. And
if you can play, if you show the project on my website, if you play it on there, I don't think I have it on here necessarily.
No, we'll play it
Yeah.
on your website.
Yeah,
It's
I
better.
Kind of talk about it, I suppose.
Yeah. Just he wants to know you were talking yesterday that you had maybe multiple. So this is the one, right?
Yeah.
You had multiple.
Yeah. So if you scroll down first and show the characters.
Okay, so
it's just a series of animations.
So what is it? Is it on a TV channel?
It's for TV, yeah. So
It's for TV.
Disney XD. It's kind of really short animations to kind of go between the other shows, but using characters from all their shows on TV.
Okay.
So kind of I redesigned them all in my style. It's a bit more advanced than my usual style because I had to kind of give them a bit more detail so they're more recognizable. And then it's like short, kind of 8-second animations. With all the characters doing healthy things like eating healthily or exercising and stuff, but in kind of funny ways.
Oh, and there is audio on this one?
Yep.
Okay, I will try
Maybe
to.
You can try and connect
I will
it.
try to be smart this time. Because yesterday I did the sound effects with my mouth. I mean, it was very good, but not as good as good sound design. Okay, I need to make sure that. Oh, you see? Something was playing in the background. Okay, let me play it. Yes, we have audio. Oh yeah, that's much better. So they use it on the on TV?
It's on TV. I think it's online as well.
Oh, okay.
But it's mainly for TV. So yeah,
Aaron is asking, did you design those characters?
I designed all these characters, but based on obviously the existing characters, but I just kind of redesigned them a bit in my style. They're all kind of based around the same character model.
That's good.
But I worked with like a team of really good animators who are much better than me at character animation to kind of do most of it. And I just did the storyboards and the animatic.
Yeah, because I guess for this, I mean, it's a big customer. I mean, a lot of people dream about working for Disney. It's cool. But I guess you had to get the approval for each sequence and
so
sell the
to
concept.
do that, you need to have storyboards ready, so you can give them storyboards and initial frames to kind of get the characters kind of signed off, and then turn it into an animatic.
So it obviously raises some questions about the arms animation. Do you use shapes or path? Always shapes?
Well, it's shape layers, but
Yeah.
the paths of the shape
The
layers.
path
yeah.
of the shape layers. Yeah.
I think some of this probably was rubber hose. I don't know, because I think different animators have different techniques, so people kind of did whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But it's mostly done by
Double
hand,
Dutch.
similar to how I've done it here.
And Jack is asking tips for sound. So I guess.
Yeah, well, the sound here again was David Camp.
Oh,
So like he's just the best, really.
Yeah.
So
just ask
he
David.
makes, yeah.
Just email David. That's it.
Don't all email him. Yes. I'm sure he's too busy already. But yeah, I mean, I don't really do the sound myself. I mean, like, it's good to work with people who are really good at it, and then you kind of they can tell you what's the best thing to do. But
And Jacob is asking, how do you? Can you tell us more about the storyboard process? So is it on paper or is it?
I used to do it on paper. I still do occasionally. I kind of I'll sketch ideas and things as doodles and things before I actually do GIFs sometimes, but they're not really storyboards.
But do you present these paper storyboards to Disney, to the
No,
customer?
for this, all the storyboards were just done in After Effects. Pretty much the frames were. So I started with all the characters down there as they are, kind of just posed like that, and then once the characters were approved, I'd start doing a few frames for each of these short animations, and you just kind of keep giving them more frames, and then eventually put them into a video just as still frames as an animatic. And then once that's approved, you start adding in bits of animation until it's finished.
That's cool. And when you work with a customer like this, well, it is asking, do you still feel free to express yourself, or you feel some constraints? Yeah.
I mean,
very free. Yeah, that's cool.
You can usually tell kind of.
I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, that's they
recognize your
asked
style
me to do it in my style. I mean, that's kind of like the best thing you can get, really. And you kind of know when you approach for jobs if it's going to be the kind of job where they let you do what you want.
And Steve Miller is asking, as an average, how long does it take to create a 3-4 second GIF? So it depends on the.
It depends. Yeah, I mean, you see, on the first day I did it in like an hour and a half, but that was a really simple one. The one yesterday took me a lot longer because I kept doing it badly. But
and when you have characters like this, also you have to mention a lot of details.
These are a lot more detailed. The ones that I do in my GIFs are usually more simple than this. Not as many body parts or detail to the characters. But this took longer to make.
Maybe we can show them also a project with the sound design, the 30 days in New York first.
Yeah.
So this one got very popular. This one was. What is the staff pick on Vimeo, I think?
Yeah, it says there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So, can you explain what is this project about?
Yeah, it was just I went to New York for 30 days and made a GIF every day.
So, is it a personal project?
Just a personal project, just because, I like New York, so I thought I'd live there for a month, and making GIFs gives you something to do while you're there. But I had to do an activity every day that I did the animation about, so it also kind of kept me busy. It's kind of when I first started doing things with this character who's kind of sort of supposed to be me.
It was the first time?
Yeah,
okay.
And it's kind of the reason was that I didn't have to design a new character every day.
Oh, yeah.
And because it was about stuff that I was doing, it kind of made sense to do it about me. And it kind of
So you did that? Interesting. You did some pole dancing?
I went to a strip club. I didn't do any pole dancing. It wasn't. It was like a party at a strip club. It wasn't. Really. Yeah, he was watching himself for a few days.
Yeah.
This is mostly After Effects, little bits of Maya for 3D things, but I didn't do that much in New York in 3D actually. The LA ones is more 3D. I kind of tried to do more complex animations.
The LA one is it already on your Vimeo channel?
Yeah, it's on there as well. It's on the website. Yeah, both there.
So the one in LA is more recent.
Yeah,
right?
I did that this
summer?
July.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think you will do other cities in the future?
Yeah. I'm going to do one next year.
Nice.
Not sure exactly when yet, but that's the plan. That might be the last
Liquid!
one. Yeah, there's a lot of liquids in LA. I think why people keep asking, because I don't know, maybe because it's so hot there, you think about water.
Hello, sir. Ooh. Ah, yeah, we're showing this one. Yeah, sound design where you add something.
Yeah. I always do try and animate with a rhythm in mind anyway, even if there's no sound. But so it's good to actually have someone add the sound to it and kind of like you can hear what you've animated.
Nice. Oh yeah, you were explaining like for this one you used the After Effects 3D camera.
3D shape layers. I try and avoid doing that if possible because they're generally not as clean as normal layers.
This one also is 3D?
That was mostly 3D, yeah. Apart from the character, I think.
Everybody calls you Gems.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's your new nickname. Sorry for this.
I'm glad that I got you to say it properly though, finally.
Yeah, some particle. Ah, here we go.
Yeah.
Liquids.
Liquid.
Yeah. You met dolphins, yeah?
Saw a dolphin, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Didn't really meet them. Like.
Good job. Yeah, very good. Okay, so maybe what we could do is how many time do we have time? Yeah, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
What about the sound design? Yeah, so you just ask the best one on Earth. And that's it.
Pretty much. I mean, luckily he did these for me. Like I'm surprised that he wanted to, but he did a really good job.
And otherwise, how would you approach? I mean, for someone who starts in the industry.
I mean, I've never really had to do it myself. Like when I used to make things just as personal projects before I was like working doing it, I'd usually make music videos, but just for fun. So I'd just pick a music track that I liked and animate to that. But I wouldn't really add sound effects. I just used the music to kind of I'd use parts of the music as sound effects, so I'd create animations, kind of imagining what the noise would look like. So I kind of used to start the other way around, like animate to the sound. I never really added sound afterwards.
So you know what? This is day 3, so this is our last day with Gems, and we're gonna do another giveaway, another flip book. Okay, usually we just give away 2, but just 3 for you, okay? Because you were very nice. We had a very nice crowd, very friendly crowd today, and the keyword is very easy. You have to do a nice sentence, including James. Was it good?
James, yeah.
James.
But spelled properly.
Yeah, but please, yeah. Spell it right, otherwise Nightbot won't recognize it. So use the right way. Okay, so just something nice with James. Just to really say thank you to our friend who shared a lot of techniques and has been very creative with us for 3 days. This is coming. No, not this one. Yeah. The one of James Bond. Yes, thank you. And we will ask Nightbot to pick someone in the chat, and you will receive a signed flipbook by James Curran with this animation, actually, the one which is still open in After Effects. And I will show it now. So this will become a flipbook, and we don't know if it will be successful, like the flipbook experience. We hope so.
Do it yet?
Yeah, we never tried. So
I'm sure it's possible.
Oh yeah. You have a lot of nice words in the chat. How do you spell James? Okay, Nightbot, I think you have enough entries. So the last winner of the flipbook is Dominic Nixon. Dominic, congratulations. Dominic, make sure to to reach Rufus on Twitter. His nickname is RufusD. He will contact you in the chat. But make sure to contact me because you need to exchange some information so we can ship the flipbook to you. And you have more messages. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone.
I'm trying to read them all. There's too many.
And it was great, and we hope that these streams inspired you, and you want to learn more and create more animation in After Effects. Especially today, we had a lot of graphic designers actually, working in Illustrator, and so now you can discover. What is the next step? If you want to become an animator. So it's not only about the tool. I think you got it. You also need to learn. Get some knowledge about what is an animation, all the basics. We hope it inspired you and that you will create good animations. They already did on Twitter. They shared amazing.
Shared a lot. Yeah, I'm surprised how many people have been watching. It's been good.
Yeah, it was great. And the replay will be available, so at any time you can go on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel and just watch the replays. Yeah. And we have Alejandro from Mexico. Thanks for being with us. And thanks to Sarah, Walid, also Crappy Skill Productions, because you have been there with us for 3 days. I recognize some name. SlimJim Studio, graphic designer. Yes, we saw your portfolio on design. And in about 7 minutes, we will be with French illustrator Maite Franchi, who will create one illustration from scratch, and we will give away signed prints of this new illustration. I think we don't know what she will create today, right? Yeah, I think we have no idea. On day one, she created a tram from Lisbon. On day two, it was a birdhouse.
Yeah, I don't know how she does so much in 2 hours. It's so detailed.
It's so detailed. Dominic Nixon, he just say, whoo! So Dominic Nixon, make sure to reach Rufus. He will put some messages in the chat and contact him on Twitter. Well, yeah, thanks again, James. It was
thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for
having
watching.
You. Yeah. Make sure to follow James on Twitter.
Yeah, everything. SlimJim Studio.
SlimJim Studios.
Pretty much every social media platform.
Yeah, stay in touch with him and continue also sharing what you create, with James, because sometimes also he hires
definitely
animators.
Yeah.
So I think it's always a good opportunity.
I'll try to look at them all and give some feedback.
Yeah, cool. Okay, thanks everyone, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes with illustrator Maite Franchi. Okay, so let me put the background. Goodbye.
It's me.
Yeah, goodbye everyone.